Welcome back, sleepers. I'm SS Cannon, and let's do a quick recap of what happened last time. Well, we finally did it. The tracker is gone. Disabled, not only disabled, Fang was able to also send out a signal back to SNR to let them know, hey, not worth retrieving. Completely destroyed, completely fucked. Can't be used for any sort of thing, not even good for scraps. Don't even bother wasting your time. And as you can see here, even if we click on the container now, our Maywick like countdown is gone because he's no longer coming, which means that we're free, free to actually go upon just living our own life, starting over, trying to actually do what we want to, and it's honestly refreshing. So I think honestly, since we don't have that sort of worry, in the back of our mind, knowing Maywick's coming to get us, knowing that Ethan is trying to pay off his tabs, we sort of have the time to just sort of go and do whatever. I would assume, unless some new overarching threat shows up, we're not in a rush anymore, and I'm honestly glad for that. So it gives me time to actually just go around and check out all the other varying things that we can do. Build that kitchen, that distillery. Help with the mushroom growth and research, see what Yadigan's all about, and maybe get a spot on Horizon Side Rail. But we got let's be real, let's 3 6s. You know what that means? Right there to be able to be used, and a 1, which we'll throw anywhere. But we do need a bit of food. Little snackies. Oh. There's actually a new thing for Ethan. Maybe it's because we don't need him? Yeah, let's start with that. Let's check out Ethan. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in a booth and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. You know already that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. Is that all you were to Ethan? Another target? Or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now, when he has fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you'll ever come back to this place, or the memories it holds. You walk back into the light of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Fang meant when he said you were free. You could get used to this. Alright. Fang's tracker disablement obviously hitting Ethan's tablet. I get Ethan's gone. He left the station. Damn. Yeah, and the like help Ethan like side questing is also gone to help him pay off his tab. Well, shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah. If I know that, I don't know. I might have continued because I guess it doesn't mean it means we're not gonna be able to see like Ethan's end, or like Ethan. Maybe Ethan like starts repenting. I don't know. He was pretty much. I mean, he did come to hunt me down. So I guess he left the station. He's gone. He fled. I guess he's skipping out on his debt, and he'll probably never be back. So I guess there's that. So I guess what are we gonna do? Let's grow mushrooms. Claire Daverin. Memphis. Regular experiments, which is growing mushrooms. Yeah, story. We got a lot. We do have a 1. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this 1. I think we also climb that spire. Let's cross the greenway. We have this 1 that I'm pretty sure we can. Yeah, this is safe. Something to throw the 1 in. 50-50, it won't be terrible. Neutral, +2. Clearing this will actually be pretty quick in a sense. I can still reroll. Oh, so you can use dice and then reroll? What are you have left over? Oh, that's cool. Is what it seems like, at least. So it seems like I could technically have used these up and then rerolled the one. See if there's anything better. Not much in the Hyper Commune. Just gonna use energy. So we got our own little dorm. Old dorm. Let's try this. We do have the self repair. Let's see how much it gives us. It gives us 1 per. Which means if I do both of these, tomorrow we will have we'll only lose 1, so we'll still have 5 dice. Alright. That's nice. That's actually pretty nice. I know you can in the waste like go for scrap. But you can also do that with Yadigan right now. That's like with the current missions they have. We do need to eat. We'll be out of energy, so let's hit up Memphis. Memphis was an old recipe of matsutake broth and needs 2 handfuls of matsutake cat freshly sourced. Oh, so yeah, growing them will be able to provide him with this. Well, let's get some food. Little foods. And we are doing quite well actually with building this. We have a good amount of cryo after that and Kita job, so I'm not really worried about making money right now. Oh, oops. Pressed the wrong button. Alright, well yeah, that means tomorrow we should be good to finish that out. Let's go sleep at the unit we built ourselves. Our own 2 hands. I fed the stray already today. I will feed the stray tomorrow. I'll feed the stray as soon as I wake up. Wait, did I get scrap? I do. I do have scrap. Huh. I can use that. Alright, keep me there and feed the stray. This is a 50-50 positive. I definitely want to roll these ones. Let's visit us. Should be able to finish the distillery here. Yep. Distillery are built. Tala, the Overlook owner. Tala stands back from the newly finished still and tub, hands on hips. Look at this, she grins. The Overlook Distillery in all its glory. She squidges you around the shoulders. Thank you. Yeah, what's next? There's an issue. Of course there's an issue. What's the problem? Well, Growly, the drink, as you probably guessed, is named after Growly, the mushroom. Everything leads back to mushrooms and the fact that I need to start growing them. That's what gives it its golden color and earthy taste. The alcohol infused with the mushroom along with a mix of spices. That means you need Growly caps to make Growly, but no one wants to supply us. The distillery's on the Greenware taking all the stock from the farms out there, so it's hard to get a single cap across Founder's Cap. However, I have an idea. She smiled. We can grow our Growly caps here. She gestures at the increasingly equipment-filled back rooms. I mean, yeah, I can bring mushrooms. Talon gives you a pitying look. Where's your vision? Any outside supplier means they take a cut. Okay, maybe not you, but someone somewhere takes a cut. Tala puts her hand on still. We made a still. We set all this up. How hard can growing mushrooms be? They don't need light. They barely need soil. We can do this. She pauses. Or at least we could, if we had something to grow them from. Alright, so I need to get spores. What's this other thing? So yeah, everything is leading to, hey, you need to build your mushroom farm over there. Yeah, I see where this is going. She rolls her eyes. Okay, yes, I need a favor. She puts a hand on your shoulder. And you are the perfect person to get me those spores. Think about it. You built the still. You're great with plants. You know the eye like the back of your hand. Need I go on? I mean, I did build it. I don't know if I'm great with plants. I, I might actually know that I like the back of my hand. Wait, that's new. You know that's wrong. Yeah, are you flattering me? If it's working, then yes. She grinned sheepishly. Look, I can't leave the bar and the other people picking up shifts. I'm saying it has to be you. I said I gotta clear that space anyway, so I mean that's fine with me. Wonderful, you'll love it over on the Greenway. I think all the fresh air, open space. She sees her friend. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. She turns back to look at you and fledgling distillery forming around it. It really is something, though, isn't it? And want to or not, you really have to agree. Alright, spores. Which, yep. So everything is leading back to I need you to work on the Greenway. So I could go to Mushroom Groves and collect spores. I don't know how many spores I need. Let me just go ahead and use this. Get some spores. The fort is nice. Is a 50... Oh, it's a 50-50 positive? Could be +3. Or you roll dice. I should have checked to see how many spores he had. I'm going to use this here because I'm going to need this for a lot of things going in the future. Positive, +3. Okay, great. Leave. Reroll. Alright, a 5 and a 3. That's better. That's actually a lot better. So you can just reroll the ones that you don't want. That's good. That's good. Because I'm still gonna need this going forward. 50-50. 50-50? 50-50? Neutral? +2. I mean, that's fine. And really, I'll probably use this too for this. Only because it's safe, so nothing bad will happen if I fail. Obviously not that we're gonna fail. Looks like tomorrow we'll be able to clear out the area. We'll probably need spores to like plant to actually be able to start growing our own mushrooms and such, because we need to make that Mutatake mushrooms. Oh, she only needs 1 spore. Right. Okay, no, she needs 3 spores. I almost said. So we can also grab that additional spore tomorrow. I do need to eat at Memphis because I'll be out of energy tomorrow. That'll get us to full, so we're good for the next 2 cycles. We fed the cat. It could be nice to get a thing of scrap just to be able to, you know, save us some extra time. Great dice. Great dice. 1, 2, 3. Once again, 3 6s, a 5, and I'll probably reroll the 1. Great dice though. Or I'll keep the 1. I might. No, I'll probably reroll it. First, I'll feed the cat. Don't forget to feed the cat. I don't even know if like feeding the cat's gonna like do anything at this point, because there's not like a cycle or anything there, but I feel like I gotta feed the cat. One day the cat will be my cat. If I think if I get a neutral, I'll get +2. So I could throw the 1 there. If I throw the 1 there and I end up getting the neutral, it's +2. If I don't, it's +1. And then I roll the dice. Come on! There we go. Alright. Cleared. So yeah, now I need 3 days. So That actually works well since we're getting 2 spores per. Yeah, since we're getting 2. Since they get 2 spores per, 1 to her, and let's guarantee these. There we go. So we need 3 for ourselves and Avery to start germinating our own spores. And then we bring the extra 1 to her so she can start growing spores on that end. This is actually going really well. You know, like I said, it's really nice not having, you know, the overarching, am I gonna get this tracker fucking taken care of? Is this thing gonna see it happen? And yeah, it's gonna take 4 cycles. Just leave him alone. That is nice. Nice. Bring Tala this extra spore. I mean, that's probably gonna also take, you know, a few cycles to actually do what it's supposed to do. They're so cute. Tala looks at the container spores. Her excitement is infectious. Yep, same. There's like I think it's gonna take 6 cycles. Oh, she's focusing on the stilling, so I guess yeah, those we got time, right? Because this is gonna take a moment, which means we're not gonna be able to return later germinating, so that's gonna take a while. We're not gonna be able to actually bring him Matsutake stocks or caps until that's done. We can't do this. We can't do that. We can't do this. And we also can't do this. Oh wait, did I have to bring Rico? Yeah, it says grow mushrooms. Okay, I'm gonna grow mushrooms. So yeah, so that. So yeah, right now working for Ravia and making money on the side world horizon. Let's work for you out again for a bit. We got a couple cycles just to do that. Seems like the reasonable thing to do. Or we could try climbing the first spoke. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. Because I don't know what's up there. Who knows what's up there? I had. You know what? Let's we'll focus with this for now. We don't need the energy, so we will benefit it. Collect tights. Positive, there we go. Well, yeah, to get an insider, because yeah, regardless, yeah, it seems like you only go out 1 at a time, so you gotta really commit a bunch of time for this. But you get scrap every time, and scrap lets me fix myself for free, since right now I don't really need to, you know, cryo to sell. But a 6 does feel kind of wasted, just like a little bit. So maybe I won't do it for that. I will do it for this for the moment. It's dangerous, but I'm 100% chance of getting it, so. Climbing the spoke. So let's go to our unit. Let's repair ourselves, so now we stay at 5 die. And yeah, no, this is it's nice and smooth, right? Nice and smooth. You know, a couple days to ooh, okay, we got 2 6s. We'll use those and then we'll re-roll the rest, cause ay. Not great dice. Midline freighter hub. Oh, so transfer. Oh, this is new. Plus random items, plus cryo. Oh, new jobs. With so many shipments, what's one diverted package? You would have no idea what you're stealing, but that's part of the fun, right? Stealing shipments from midline is going to be picked up fast, even if you're careful. The system can't be fooled for long. Okay, so it looks like as you filling things, it's probably going to fill, and then it'll be, you can't steal no more. Or midline runs automated freight down from this free spoke. They need skilled operators, and you don't have to lift a single crate. Oh yeah, so they're both interface, and the interfacing I believe gives me 5 cryo every time. All right, so yeah, as I unlock things in the spoke. Oh, you know what? Real quick, I need to check this. Engage. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. Okay. Chance to gain energy. I might use. That seems like the better idea to use. If I can get free energy, that'd be very useful. So yeah, I'll start. And they both give me +2. So yeah, we'll run the possibility of gaining energy. All right, good. Yeah, we got some energy. And this will also see if we actually found a new place. Nope. The PAS import and export spoke exporter. Steal a ship mine. Oh, sell the ship mine. This is imprinted. Export Matsutake. Buy ship mine core. PAS claims the ship mine was salvaged from Solheim's executive yacht, which is why it costs so much. 240. So this is a place where yeah, I could buy an entire ship mine core. Just a straight up ship mine core if I needed it. You buy for 240, but you can sell one for 150. Which, yeah, if you get the parts, because they sell the fragments. And right now we actually bought the fragments at a decent discount. That 3 fragments would probably, if we made into a ship mine, be good for us. And then you can sell Matsutake caps, which was something we're going to be growing, for 80 cryo. So that's actually decent way of making money. Let's see if they're here. Nope, not here yet. The scrap freight is here though. To buy some scrap. So not bad. But yeah, if they show up, start buying fragments, it might be good for that. But let's finish our climb. If we get extra energy, then we won't have to get energy. Nope. But we climbed the spoke. So yeah, let's see what's ascended car. What's here? Take the ascended car to the Eye's central hub. All right, let's ascend to the hub. We're going up. New locations. AE1 mainframe and the hub, the station's main dock. Ooh, this is cool. And then descend the car to go back down. Oh yeah, cool. The AE1 mainframe. What's this? Access the mainframe. The AE1 mainframe is now mostly disused. Haventage setting up their own master controller. Navigator's Thing Killer is hiding here. Input 1 imprinted ship mine. For Neovan. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely something for us to do. And the hub, station's main dock. Weightless Wanderer. Spacers socializing. The hub is throwing with spacers from across the surrogate systems. They can be a prickly bunch, but they know the place well. Access manifest. The stacked bays house a flow of incoming and outgoing ships. The digital manifest will help you get your head around this place. Interface and engage. And engage can give us energy. Interface can get us cryo. Up here is no gravity, so even just moving around takes a while to get used to, let alone navigating. Alright, so it's another thing that we could learn more about. That is cool as hell. As soon as I'm just like, we've got all the things, it's like, no, there's a whole bunch of new shit that you can do. So let's, I'm sure this will just send us back down, but since we're here, we got the imprinted ship mine. Let's see what it does. Let's see if we find the killer. Neutral outcome. Who knows what happens? You slip into the cloud as easy as blinking, and the data goes to the eye, the cloud. Navigator is beside you, their spear casting light into a strange darkness here. This is not how a mainframe should look. A sensor, a point of connection. The object in front of you is severed, cut off, a rootless, branchless tree, only the trunk remains. Is Killer even here? Quiet, Navigator hisses, and then you see it. Like a blade in the dark, an edge slicing through the void, it glides along at a distance and winks out. Then it appears again, elsewhere, gliding once more, searching. What is it? The moment you make a sound, the edge leaps closer, and you see now it's not an edge, but the ridge of a long, sharp head like a shark. Blinded Eraser Protocol. Killer. It glides past, closer now, and you see into a void where its eyes would be, should be. You and the Navigator exchange looks, both thinking the same thing. It is blind. Killer crosses between you two, smooth as a razor, then disappears. It flickers back in, further away now, and you move close to Navigator to talk. You saw it too then. Killer has been blinded. Yeah, it's like, how'd you blind the protocol? Unclear. This protocol has been running for decades, well past its operational limit. Navigator's sons dull as they drop their voice to whisper. This may give us an advantage over the protocol. You flinch as the silent killer appears closer and glides past you, its empty sockets open wide. You turn to Navigator and notice something strange. Their orbit area of spheres is collapsing. The orbits, usually round and even, are decaying. The spheres are following spiral paths, condensing on a central point. Navigator is noticing too. They go to shift their position to better direct the spheres, but they cannot. Whatever is drawing the orbit area together is holding them in place. They look at you, suddenly desperate, frantic. It's a trap! It's a trap! You go to speak, but Killer appears between you two, gliding through the gap. Navigator freezes, and you see them framed in the empty socket. You realize now, if Navigator cannot move, then it is only a matter of time before one of Killer's sweeps brings him directly through Navigator, and time is not a problem for a protocol that's been running for decades. You look desperately around for a solution, for a way to extract Navigator from the mainframe, then you see it. 3 branches, the last 3, thin and spindly, feeding the mainframe a thin diet of power and data. Break these, and the manifestors collapse once and for all, severing the connection, shattering the hardware. Whatever it takes, they must be broken. But they are encased in something, a glassy layer of protection. You need to unlock access before snapping them from the mainframe for good. You look at Navigator, trying to reassure them without speaking, and then you blink back to reality. The expression of fear and afterimage just slowly fades. You must act quickly. Okay, I'm on a time quest. I didn't know I was on a fucking time quest. A branch 1, A branch 2. Oh, there's 3 over there. So we have keynote, keynote, keynote. Alright, needs a 4. I don't have a 4, so a 3 could work, but that's not gonna work. Keynote 2. A 6, but a 3 also works. I don't have a 3. Not great. What's this one called? A 5 or 3. Okay, everything is like, it's like a 4, 5, 6, but 3s also work. So let's reroll this. Okay, a 3, 4, and a 6. So a 4 works here. Alright, so I can put the 4 here. 4 goes here. This needs a 6. I can put the 6 there, and this one can take a 3, right? And we can put 3 here. Okay. So we're actually gonna be able to get all this. Sometimes the dice just gives you exactly what you need, right when you need it. Okay. I don't. Yes, I didn't. A glint, like a light traveling to the edge of the wave, fills your eyes. Then the blade follows, a long head with 2 dead sockets slipping towards you in silence. You freeze, hoping it will pass you by, hoping that it will not simply slice through you like air. The blade head nears, slides past you. Almost. It nicks you, grazes you. You are desperate to cry out, to call out. But you hold your silence and simply watch the blind eye of the killer glide past, empty of all thought. Then the blade winks in the dark, and you are alone again. Now you cry out. Okay. He cut me a little bit. He little graze, but he's not gonna stop me. I got all the data. Get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out of here. Ooh. Hey, branch 1. I just happened to have 3 dice and we happened to roll into exactly what we needed. Hey, branch 2. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, branch 3. You know, we took a little nick, but you know, it's for our boy. It's for the boy. It's for Neo Ven. Okay. This is all we need to do. We need to. The killer program can be isolated without being destroyed. A loop of connections would lock it into a closed system. The killer program has been running for long enough. Breaking the mainframe final connection will end the protocol. So you can either loop it, or you can kill it. This is like the easy thing to do. They're both dangerous. They're both +1, but this is like easier, right? Because it'll take 2, possibly 3, depending on if you don't get a positive. But this will take 3, only 3, 4, 5, 6. This will take at least 3 to loop the branch. It's interfacing versus engineering, so decide killer's fate. Either destroy it or not. Killer is just a program doing exactly what it was intended to do, well past its original, creation. Same with Hunter. They're simply doing exactly what they're supposed to do. So realistically, I mean, Killer's not at fault with anything that's been doing. Killer's just doing what's supposed to be doing. So I'm probably gonna loop it. I'll probably loop it because it isolates the looper within its own like little area. But if it would ever need it, we could break the loop. But for now, I gotta go down. Down, 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 down. I also need to eat something, because, maybe out of food. Maybe out of energy shown. And we are still, watching. I'm gonna be down to, I don't have a scrap. I'll be down to 4 die. We'll go down to 4 die. That's alright, 4 die still a good amount of die. And yeah, I think I'll loop. And what a pair of die we have. What great dice we've drawn for this endeavor. And you have 2N. Let's see, Greenway is also 2N, and it needs 4, that needs 6, so we still have a lot of time. In this case, let's deal with, yeah, I think I'd rather loop him. He's dangerous, so I don't want to risk a negative, which is why I won't use the 4, but I can use that. It's 50-50. So, yeah. Come on, baby! Positive, there we go. Killer caught. We caught us a killer. As you blink into the clouds, you see the last flickers of life from the mainframe. The vast machine once ran from the whole station, span it up, directed and processed the flow of energy, water, and data, fed the lives of thousands of people. Now, it is finally dead. Navigator is beside you, and you both look out at the perfect ring that encircled you both, woven from the data branches that once fed the mainframe. You see a glint along its edge, and that familiar blade-like head rises to the surface, like the cresting fin of a shark, and then slips into the loop again. All that you can see now is the killer's body. After that, a slight thickening of the loop, and the thickening begins to travel around in a long and slow sojourn that will last it forever. I'm surprised at you, says Navigator, drifting faintly around you as a lazy orbit as a shake off the imprisonment. Killer had been wandering blind for so long. Did you not think to end them forever? Yeah, it's like, yeah, perhaps they can be saved. Right? In a way, we're not super similar, but being an emulated mind and a sleeper and all that stuff, it's sort of like, you know, we're who we are, but we can become more. And it's like in Killer, just like Hunter, are just protocols that are enacting what they're programmed to do, and with no actual guidance of any sort, since their makers are long since gone. Right, the eye is long since changed. There's also the possibility of, you know, bringing them into a current day and age, which would also mean that we'd be able to still freely navigate the cloud, even, you know, Neovin, but it would take some time to actually fix them. Right. So perhaps they can. You are naive. They are a killer by nature. Look what they did to their own home. Navigator gazes into the darkness. Shut the fuck up, Neovin. I'll throw you in the loop. This place was their domain and prison, and they had followed their directives for the many decades they roamed here. They cut the threads of the mainframe, executed its administrators' AIs, and then kept slicing. At some point, they cut away their own ability to see, to sense, to taste, to speak, and yet they kept cutting, until only those 3 threads remained, from millions that once strummed here. Only their blindness and chance kept them from making those final 3 fatal cuts. There is a ceaseless violence in the kind of system that creates beings like this. Those that will execute commands endlessly, even to their own destruction. Navigator looks to you for your thoughts. Their sentience should be respected. So be it. But would they respect our right equally? Navigator turns away. You watch the data points in the station spin around you, blending with the fixed stars. There's something satisfying about finally wrenching the last threads of control from the central point. It was little more than a ghost by the time you reached it, but this place deserves to be haunted by better ideas and a totalizing system of control. Navigator flicks beside you. It is free now. The station no longer presents hazards for illegal entities like me. They turn to you, their face a cloud of shimmering light. In fact, in time, perhaps it can be a refuge. A refuge. That sounds like something of value, something worth building. A dark shape passes across your vision, a distant curve of something like smoke or oil, a fluid, shifting tank of total darkness. The Greenway, says Navigator, following your line of sight. It was cut off at the moment of the collapse, so Hunter or Killer could never reach it. Now it's closed off to us, separated from the cloud. It's dead? It may be totally dark, or perhaps some other old protocols are isolated there. Navigator turns to you, and we have now seen what decades of isolation can do to a protocol. If we could extract an access cipher, they pause and then blink out of existence. You freeze, but a moment later they reappear with glowing polygon of data. Here, the cipher you need. You take it, still shocked. I am not used to being free, to being able to move and explore and extract without fear, without limits. Navigator gives a little twirl. This will take some getting used to. Thank you for this gift. They whirl their spheres around you. The entities of the station will always be friends to you, Sleeper. And I to them. It is true that mutual need is required for friendship, but I must admit I had not considered the value of offering assistance without personal gain. I will think on that. Navigator loops around you rapidly, suddenly eager to test their newfound freedom. But first I will explore. Perhaps there are still intelligences that hid themselves as I did, encased in simple systems, cut off. Navigator glows. I should like to free them. And with that, they drift away, flickering, glowing, and shifting so rapidly you lose sight of them among the glittering rim of the eye. You feel a pang of jealousy, free, without a body to weigh you down, or fear to limit you. How must it feel? Your eyes fall on the Greenway and its secrets, though perhaps they can wait until after you celebrate this victory. Whew! Upgrade point! And most importantly, we got the Greenway Cipher. We got the Greenway Cipher. Now we can actually unlock the cloud in the Greenway section since we were unable to. And we need to socialize up here, bud. What does it say? A little risky. Yeah, 4 is 25% chance of failure, so. But we did it! The hunter is in his loop. Doesn't quite prove, but doesn't really get a say in it. Greenway Gate. The Greenway roils beneath you like a slit-choked river. If what Navigator said was true, then no one has accessed these networks since the collapse. The hunter and killer protocols have never set foot here, never cleared out intelligences and systems. So why then, you wonder, does it look so dark? Is it just that the bit of rot has set in, the entropy of systems reducing everything to shadows and light? You watch the slide cipher fizzles in the wide open distorted gateway on the entire rim of the station. It flickers and winks out, and then you are falling into the flow. A river of swirling darkness. You're spun by it, twisted by it, lost in it. It's not that the Greenway is hiding in darkness, it is made of darkness. It is filled by the substance, the process, the swarm. Now you are among it. You notice that a swarm is exactly what it is, a billion individuals moving in a flow. There's no network map here, no nodes and threads, only a storm of interchangeable points, shifting configurations endlessly. Then you see it. Them. A figure, turned away, the only bright spot of a dark river. You push closer to the storm. They are facing away, at least you think so. They are so fractured, so overgrown that it's hard to tell. Even from the distance, you can see their flesh is moving, flowing. Ingrown farm administrator, gardener. There are the gardens over here. You watch, silent as they stoop and reach down. In their hand is a dark shape, and with twisted fingers they press it down into a loom of data beneath them, pushing it through the trembling soil. Then they move away, go a little further, and repeat the process, as if they were sowing a field. You push forward, but somehow, despite their slow and deliberate speed, they move faster, and they quickly fade into the storm. You reach the point where they planted the object and look down. There it is, a glassy shifting polygon with something inside. You reach down and pick it up. It's cold, but it thrones of energy. You look towards the path of the figure, but they are long gone. When you blink at a cloud, back to the leaves and the dilapidated light of the Greenway, you hold a seed in your hand. Alright. Still, locked up. We have a seed. Gardener seed. A seed you need to find somewhere safe to plant this gift. Definitely not in the way, so I think. I would guess I'd probably end up planting it here in the Aviary. That's where I'd probably plant the seed. I can't really think of anywhere else I would enter the Greenway. Find an entering grow bed for the seed. Oh, that was my other idea, was possibly Rico. But she needs the mushrooms grown here before announcing. So I can't actually plant it there until I have finished the other stuffs, it would seem. Alright. So we got time for that. We're gonna keep working for Rabia for now. We've lost a good amount of condition, mainly because of nicks and such. But I'm fine with that. It's actually been pretty good, so let's don't need energy. It's risky. If I fail, I lose condition. There's 25% chance of me failing too. So it's like, do I really want to risk losing the condition? Or just prolong? Is there anything else I can use this for? think these are risky. I don't think there's anything safe for me to do. Because hydro hole is not safe. Yep, it's dangerous. Understandable. Having an edge office isn't gonna actually give us anything. And now, Neoven's completely safe. Like he's gone. He's out of the inventory. He's moved on. We can better think risky, but there's no negative if I go negative. A little bit of money, plus I can get energy. I'm gonna do that. It's also getting the tea houses. I can lose money if I lose money. You know? Ah, but it's a 4. Yeah, let's risk it. I don't wanna just use it there. %75% chance of it being fine, but I also haven't hit a negative yet today, so there's a good chance I'll hit it here. But we're waiting for Yadigan. Of course, there we got a little neutral, and we got a little energy. We got a little energy out of it too. So yeah, that's not bad. But damn, yeah, I guess we wrapped up Neoven's story. Yeah, I didn't know that was up there. That's been really cool. But no, it's been a good session. Yeah, no, I very much enjoy it. It's like we finished the hunter. The grow beds are being made both at the Overlook Bar and the aviary. Looks like we need to complete the aviary to help with Rico. We need it for the caps, the Matatakes, as well as the Garoli caps for both Emphiz and Tala and Rico. And I guess if we complete through that, we'll be able to plant the seed we discovered in the new Greenway cipher area that we found. And who knows what that's going to lead to, but there's so much more. I wasn't expecting there to be even more places, even more things and such. More things actually consume our cycles to be able to continue on. But I am very much looking forward to next time. But I'm SS Cannon, and I'll see you next time, Sleeper. Good night.